Protesters convene in San Francisco amidst anticipated meeting between Biden and Xi at APEC summit.
This week marks a significant event for the United States as it hosts the annual Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation (APEC) summit in San Francisco,
bringing together leaders from the 21-member APEC group. The primary focus of discussions revolves around strategies to stimulate trade and economic growth in the Pacific region. Amidst the summit's various engagements,
all eyes are on the anticipated face-to-face meeting between U.S. President Joe Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping. This meeting holds particular significance as it marks the first in-person encounter between the two leaders since their last meeting in November during the Group of 20 summit in Bali,
Indonesia.
Tensions between the two nations have escalated in recent times due to incidents such as the Biden administration's
interception of a Chinese spy balloon and the Chinese government's hacking of Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo's emails. Additionally,
the U.S. has imposed restrictions on the export of advanced computer chips to China,
while actively countering Chinese influence through development aid to other nations. The backdrop of global events, including Russia's war in Ukraine and China's assertiveness in the Taiwan Strait, has further complicated the dynamics between the United States and China. Despite recent efforts to improve relations through frequent meetings,
the Biden-Xi meeting is not expected to bring about substantial changes in the trajectory of U.S.-China relations.
Meanwhile, San Francisco has become a gathering point for activists protesting against corporate profits, environmental abuses, poor working conditions, and the Israel-Hamas conflict. However, these protests are likely to remain unseen by world leaders due to stringent security measures restricting access to the Moscone Center Conference Hall and other summit sites. Nevertheless, activists, including Suzanne Ali from the Palestinian Youth Movement, emphasize the need to hold the U.S. government accountable for supplying weapons to Israel in its conflict with Hamas. San Francisco has a history of hosting loud and vigorous protests, reminiscent of the 1999 World Trade Organization conference in Seattle, where tens of thousands of protesters disrupted the event. Chile withdrew as the APEC host in 2019 due to mass protests, and last year's summit in Bangkok, hosted by Thailand, saw pro-democracy protesters challenging the legitimacy of the Thai Prime Minister,
leading to clashes with the police and injuries among the protesters and journalists.